Thanks for your patience. Look, we put together a great proposal for you, but you know what? The proposal is going to have no surprises because you saw the internet price before you ever got here, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, so it is not going to surprise you at all. However, before I show it to you, I want to remind you about a couple things. Number one, the QX60 you picked out, it's equipped just the way you said it had to be equipped, correct?
Correct.
First choice of color.
It is.
Okay, and on the demonstration ride, what'd you say about it?
I like it.
And the reason I ask those questions is there is no such thing as a good deal in the wrong car. All right? Now, I want to remind you what else comes with this vehicle. For the next 4 years, or 60,000 miles, you've got a, literally, I call it bumper to bumper, but the bumpers aren't really covered. You have a comprehensive warranty coming from Infinity. All right? Any mechanical issues, boom, you're taken care of. No money out of your pocket. For the next 6 years or 70,000 miles, the powertrain components are covered. Now, most people have never suffered a blown engine or a dropped transmission or a drive axle that breaks, but you know what the most likely part of your powertrain to go bad is?
No, I don't.
Seals and gaskets. They cost about $1.15 to $1.75, but to replace them they're around $2,000 because you have to take big pieces of machinery apart. Those are all covered, 6 years, 70,000 miles. Now, your roadside assistance, 4 years, unlimited miles. Is that right?
I think it's 60,000.
4 years, 60,000 miles, you have roadside assistance. So if you're paying your physical damage insurance or your mobile phone company for that, quit it. You've got it coming from Infinity for the 4 years, 60,000 miles. You have a corrosion warranty, 5 years, unlimited miles. Okay. 7 years, unlimited miles. All right, and don't forget, at Bomarito, we're going to provide you paintless dent repair. What did I tell you paintless dent repair would do for you?
Keep my car looking nice.
Keep your car looking nice, which is nice, but it also lowers your cost of ownership because when you get a ding or dent, you don't have to pay for the repair, somebody else does. And when you go to trade or sell it, what did I tell you would happen?
I'll get more money for it.
Because it's going to look better than somebody else's. Key replacement. By the way, paintless dent repair for a year. Key replacement for a year. Those keys cost how much?
About $300.
At least $300. Try not to lose them, but if you do, you're covered. And by the way, every other key on your key ring is covered as well. In fact, some of those claims run up to $950. All right? So all of this comes with the QX60. Now, here's your opportunity. Sale price is $54,925. Your vehicle, based on year, make, model, trim level, miles, condition, we love it. We're going to buy it for $19,000. But it doesn't stop there. Because you're trading it into us, you're going to get an 8% tax credit, which is going to provide you another $1,520 on top of this. All right? You've got your taxes and your fees. Here is, by the way, we're going to pay off your vehicle as well. Don't forget the rebate coming. There's your bottom line when it comes to unpaid balance, $55,729. Now what we've done here is we've given you what our customers have demanded we give them, and that's choices. Doug, I don't know if you've refinanced your home in the last 10 years. About 30 million people have, and all of them refinanced in order to get a lower interest rate and a lower payment. However, 40% of the people left the broker's office with a lower interest rate, yes, but they also ended up with a higher payment. Do you know why?
Why?
The broker showed them how to save $50, $75, $100, $150,000 by reducing their term from 30 to 20, 30 to 15, even 30 to 10. I can't save you 50 grand today, Doug, but I can save you some serious money, which is why we're showing you a 36-month payment here. By the way, I've given you multiple cash down opportunities here, and if none of these payments look good to you, you can always put down more. But of the 4 on here, which one would make the most sense to you?
Well, to be honest with you, Steve, I'm not even looking at the payments right now. I'm more concerned with that, and that's much higher than I want to pay.
Okay. Hey, look, the fact that you say that is evidence that you are a perfectly normal human being. That's not a problem, we understand. Other than the payment, though, nothing else would stop you from taking this QX60 home today, correct?
No.
Okay, good. Look, Doug, whether you pay us for this car today or anybody else in St. Louis for this car today, or any other car, you're not going to know what you paid for the car today. You're not going to know what your total investment is in a vehicle the day you purchase it. What will you know? Well, you're going to know the price because, shoot, we're going to tell you. You're going to know the payments because we're going to tell you. You're going to know interest rate, trade value, cash down. You'll know all those particulars. But that's all you'll know today. Your total investment will not reveal itself to you for years to come. How long do you normally keep a vehicle?
4 or 5 years.
Okay, let's say we're 5 years out. This is called the price equation. Most people don't think about it this way, but it is really the most important way to look at a price of a car, because the price is one element. What you have to add to it is the cost to own. All right, now, if you buy an Infiniti from us or anybody else in town, certain costs are not going to change. I mean, your insurance isn't going to change, your fuel economy isn't going to change, your maintenance isn't going to change. A lot of things will remain the same. However, there will be some things that will change. For example, let's go back to the paintless dent repair. If you buy an Infiniti anywhere else in the state of Missouri and you get a ding or a dent, you know what you're going to do with that ding or dent?
Pay to fix it.
No, nobody pays to fix them, okay? You're just going to be really, really mad, all right? When you get the second one, you're going to get not quite as mad. When you get the third one, you're going to be numb to it. But you're going to get dings and dents. It's going to happen. We're going to reduce your cost to own because we're going to pay for the first year for every ding or dent you get that can be fixed by the paintless dent repair process, all right? Now, I mentioned key replacement. Have you ever lost a key?
I have.
Okay, I hope you don't lose these keys. I truly don't. But if you do, and you buy a vehicle somewhere else, guess what's going to happen to your cost to own if you replace the key?
Well, sure, it'll go up.
It's going to go up because you'll pay for the key. Nobody else will. However, both of these have got ramifications. Now, do they get a 10-200 with the Infiniti?
No.
Okay. Both of these will have further ramifications. Because the biggest factor when it comes to what you pay for this car today and what the total investment ends up being is your future value. If you get all your dings and dents fixed during the first year, and by the way, you can extend that if you'd like, and I strongly suggest it, but if you get them all fixed at no cost to you, chances are your car is going to look better than somebody else's 5 years from now?
Yeah, sure.
What's the number one reason someone buys a used car?
I like the way it looks.
Appearance, right. So, paintless dent repair not only lowers your cost of ownership, it also has the ability to drive up the future value. Key replacement. One of the questions I asked you earlier today is, do you have both keys to your car? And you said no. Remember, I said, oh, it's not good. And I explained why, because keys are so expensive to replace. If you've got key replacement, chances are you'll have all your keys when you go to trade or sell it, further driving up the future value. Now, I told you, and I noticed you sort of snickered at it, that we'd give you $500 more than the book value for that vehicle if you traded it to us after having it serviced at our dealership, right?
Right.
Most people don't think much about that because, quite frankly, they think that we do something like say, well, gee, your car's worth $20,000, but we'll give you $20,500, even though it was really worth $20,500. There are some solid business reasons that we'll give you an additional $500, Doug. Number one, if we don't take your car in on trade and we want to get one like it, you know where we have to go?
Where?
The auction. When you go to the auction and you win, so my wife gives me a hard time about this. I do a lot of eBay stuff and I win a lot. She points out that I pay more than anybody else on the planet to win. Well, when we buy a car at the auction, that means we paid more than anybody else will. Then we get to the opportunity to pay auction fees and transportation costs. And when we get it back here, we don't know where it's been, so we have to spend more to recondition it. We'll give you $500 more than the book says your car's worth because it's worth it to us. We spend less on reconditioning because we know the history. We also don't have to go to the auction, plus it becomes a story car. There's a chance we might be able to get more. Basically, we put you in a profit-sharing program. So, while I respect the fact that you want a better price, you might be able to find a slightly lower price somewhere in the country. I'm not going to tell you that you couldn't, but that would be just for today. That would be a one-day victory. What we're promising you is a 365-day victory when it comes to cost to own, and an 1,800-day victory when it comes to the future value. And that's how you figure out what your total investment is. So, Doug, any other accessories you'd like us to add to this before you take delivery?
Well, Steve, I appreciate what you're saying, and I do see an added value at buying here, but I've got a price here that the other guy in town, and it's about $2,200 less than your price. And you know, that $2,200 today means an awful lot to me.
$2,200 is $2,200. Hey, I understand. And if we go back over here, I'm not going to tell you that I can erase all $2,200 here. Okay? Can I erase a good portion of it? Yes, I can. In order for me to match their price, I'm going to guess that we would probably have to drop our price maybe $500 to $700. And I don't even know if that's doable. But if it was doable, would it then make sense to you?
I think I need it to be a little more like 1,000, but then it would probably make sense.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I will find out if that's doable. All right? If we can get the price right, there is no other reason you would not take delivery of that vehicle today, correct?
Correct.
Okay, then I need your okay right here where it says with additional discount of boom.
And I just, with additional discount, you're going to put that
Yes.
there, right? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. No, keep it on. Keep it on for the debrief. I didn't want to negotiate there. I wanted to justify. But when someone tells me they can get the vehicle, and believe me, I just went through it with your C people this morning for 2.5 hours.